Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. So I have a new profile for you, and I wanted to go over True Draco. So I used this at a regional. I used it last weekend. So Masterpiece did come back to 1, so that's honestly just kind of what intrigued me with the deck. I did use this last, I think, in 2019. Did pretty good with the deck. I will be honest though, I mean, the deck is very slow. I don't want to say outdated. So, whether or not there's a lot of, things that I could update within the build. But it's like I had my combos, my setups, right? Like I would just go off turn 1. I would then be able to play on my opponent's turn, but really I would just have one interruption or one pop, and then my opponent would be able to just continue to just summon from the hand, and or I ended up getting like dustered off thrust, and thrust was just insane. So it's like I don't know what to think about the deck, but it was definitely fun. The concept's cool. Maybe Masterpiece could go back to 2 or 3. Maybe Diagram could go back to 2 or 3. I mean, those might be one of those, sort of cards where they'll slowly peel off and then kind of just see how it does in the meta. But so another big reason that I wanted to use this deck was the time tiering Morganite, just because you can summon twice, you can draw 2 cards every turn. So that was kind of my thought process, to where it's like, that sounds pretty good for a deck like this. So, so you have and this is kind of a new, sort of setup here. So hopefully you guys, enjoy this. But you have the 3 Dynamite, you have the 3 Ignis, you have the 2 Majesty Maiden, and the Masterpiece. So going old school, just with the low monster count, Card of Demise. It would be nuts if Card of Demise went to 2 or 3. I'm not saying, any of these cards I'm saying like, oh, they could go to 2 or 3. Like, I'm not saying they're healthy, but I just think the game's pretty crazy nowadays, to where it's like, I don't know if it would make a difference, to be honest. So 3 Pot of Duality, 3 Morganite, you have 3 Disciple, 3 Heritage, and then your one-ofs, you have the Diagram, the Desires, the Demise, Terraforming, Set Rotation, and Chicken Game. So that was that. For how, infrequent that I play, couldn't think of a word there, but I didn't even know Chicken Game was back at 1. Not to say that's a big deal. It's not really that broken. I mean, maybe that could go to 2 or 3, who knows? But that's a good thing. I was looking up lists online. I was like, oh, cool. I guess that happened like a couple years ago and no one really noticed, or it really didn't impact anything. So under the traps, you have 3 Erupt, you have 3 Apocalypse, 3 Return, and then 3 Waterfall, and then Skill Drain. So that was my main deck. And then my side deck, I have the 3 Evenly, 3 Solemn, 3 Barrier, 1 Duster, 3 Twister, 3 Awato. So I definitely could have just used Lightning Storm. I think that's at 2 per deck. I like the option of just playing that as a quick play. I also know that there is a new trap, I think, that came out in Maze of the Masters, to where essentially you can negate cards equal to the amount of face-up cards you control. It's like some Swamp DD card. I'm sure that's probably used in like the Odeon deck. So I was thinking of using that over the Solemn Judgment. Also too, I don't know if I need more negation in the main board, so maybe the Solemn Judgments would go in the main. I really didn't like Waterfall because, I mean, yeah, it just searches a worm, and or you could, do a Destiny draw and draw 2. So like that is kind of cool, but you have to set it, and then it's kind of just frozen, to where at least with the other, traps, you could play them as you draw them. So you kind of want to cut down on those. Yeah, no extra deck, of course, because of Erupt. But that's really all that I had for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that profile. I have seen other variants out there like Kashtira, just, I've even seen like Monarch variants. So, there are things that you could do with True Draco, kind of mix with it. I just don't know if the deck's there, just to be completely honest. Again, I was able to, negate or, disrupt someone's play, and then they were able to just continue to just tee off, and it was just insane. So, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more profiles. I'm definitely still alive. I just don't play as often as I used to. Hopefully I will be playing more Time Wizard, so there's some Edison tournaments coming up. We also have Nats in Indy. I'm thinking about going to that, and then I should definitely be at YCS Pittsburgh. That's where I'm from. So, yeah, thank you for watching again, and have a good day. Peace.